أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear fellows, dear students, my colleagues, my friends, actually, we are dealing with session 3 now, and it is CBC interpretation, a communist routine investigation, which we have to interpret. And now we have reached WC white blood corpuscles indices. What are the indices? First of all, step 1, CWBC count. If higher, it is leukocytosis. If lower, it is leukopenia. If normal, it is called normocytosis. So there are two conditions in which case the leukocytes are increased. Normally it is 4,000 to 11,000. In Pakistan, actually in 1985, 86, a paper written by a professor of pathology residing in the Janasant Postgraduate Medical Institute, Karachi. He said there is the average leukocytosis is 10,000, not 11,000. If it is more than 10,000, it should be labeled as leukocytosis. Anyway, it depends upon the lab. Lab is you are following. If it is more than 11,000, there is no doubt about it. Let's go for the Pakistani indices. In our country, it is more than 10,000 patients are symptomatic. It is 10 to 15,000. It is called mild leukocytosis. Remember, if it is more than 15,000 to 20,000, it is moderate leukocytosis. If it is more than 20,000, it is called the severe leukocytosis. So these are the categories of the higher count of the leukocytes are concerned. So another the condition actually more than this is possible. It may be more than 40,000, 50,000, it was possible. It depends upon the type of the lesion actually. So leukocytosis occur in cases of as an acute phase reactant, acute inflammation, chronic inflammation, subacute inflammation, trauma, pregnancy, in physiological cause. It's a physiological cause, of course. And after heavy exercise, it's a physiological cause. It can occur in the cases of the myeloproliferative disorders. The higher count may be seen. Another terminology we use is the leukomoid reaction. Leukomoid reaction means that there is severe leukocytosis, is more than 40,000 or more than that. But all cells are mature cells on the peripheral blood flow. It indicates that it is probably it is severe acute phase reactant. Simple as that. Because all cells are mature cells. And all cells genetically are normal to them. Okay? So this is called leukomoid reaction. This terminology should put like this. Whenever you see the leukocytosis, you have to go for the differential count also. We'll see. If this is lower, then this is the problem. Leukopenia. 4,000 is the limit in Pakistan. If it is less than 4,000, it is called leukopenia. Mild, 3,000 to 4,000. Moderate, 2,000 to 3,000. Less than that, leukopenia is definitely very severe leukopenia. And less than this, mean that the patient is at the stage of acquiring the superadded infections. So the anti-pseudomonas therapy is indicated where the leukopenia is less than 1000. This is simple. Actually, if I want to discuss in detail, it will take much time. I don't want to discuss in detail. The common cause of leukocytosis infection, it is a part of the systemic inflammatory response syndrome. I said already, steroid, splenectomy, leukemia, medication, and physiological stresses of life. I already talked about it. Stresses, whether mechanical stress, whether psychological stresses, increase in the interleukin-1 and the tumor necrosis factor. Leukopenia less than 4000, differential. Diagnosis infection including bacterial or viral, it may be possible. It is a mild type of infection. For example, it is in case of enteric fever, in case of brucellosis. Chemotherapy can cause it. Other medications, other than chemotherapy, the antiepileptics, penicillins, sulfonamides, cephalosporins, thiazides, cimetidine, it is not available, tagamet, ethanol, immunosuppressants. Hematological malignancy, it is a part of it. Acute type of the myeloid leukemia can present with leukopenia, with hemorrhage. Aplastic anemia, where all the three parameters, RBC, WBC, and platelet indices are down. Hypersplenism, because hyperspleen, it will hyperactive and it will destroy the existing WBC. Autoimmune disorders can cause leukopenias. For example, SLE. Low blood WBC count can be normal in certain populations, although in certain genetics, in geographical distribution, it may be 3500 from very beginning. So it may be possibility that in certain group of populations or geographical areas, low WBC count, the normal entity for that area. This is about the leukocytosis and the leukopenia. This is step by step you are taking. First of all, total leukocyte count. Whether it is higher or lower. If it is higher, it is mild, moderate, or severe. If it is lower, then it may be mild leukopenia, or it is moderate leukopenia, or it is severe leukopenia. So these actually are very common terminologies which we are using it. Remember my terminology which I said, the leukomoid reaction. What is this? It is more than 40,000 very severe leukocytosis. And on peripheral blood film, there are no evidence of any blast cells. It means that it is the result of stress or acute inflammation, probably. Now this is the summary which I have just given to you, and this is session number 3. So remember this session, a bit and bit. We're going through. Inshallah, we will meet it again.